All right, so we're working in the shop today, and yesterday I did a video on starting some of the cars in the yard, and this one started up pretty readily, but the brakes weren't working, and I thought, you know what, I should start driving this thing. That always happens. Whenever I kind of fiddle with one of my cars, I fall in love with it again, and then do some improvements, and then drive it, love it for a while, and then something breaks, and I get discouraged and move on to the next one. That's just the way life is. So I got it up on the rack today. I got the tachometer working. I got the brakes working again. I think I got the leak figured out. I got the engine compartment cleaned up. It had a bunch of rat turds. And I'm working on the exhaust. One of the things about these Hondas is they're a two-cylinder vertical. In other words, the pistons go up and down like this, and they fire on either or, and they have a really weird exhaust drone if you don't have a good exhaust system. So this one, it doesn't have a lot of room for a muffler. In fact, I had to cut out the spare tire bracket where the spare tire normally resides in here. These are the brackets to get a muffler in, because you can't get an NOS muffler. So I designed my whole exhaust system and I improved upon it, and I want to show you what I did here. So let's start at the front. We've got a two-cylinder Honda engine. You can see behind the grill here, behind the emblem, this is a one cylinder and this is another cylinder. They're two pipes. They wrap around the side of the engine where there's a heat exchanger, where this silver tube is, where the fan blows air around the exhaust, not through the exhaust, but just around, uses the heat from around the exhaust to warm the cabin. The two exhaust pipes then kind of go around and down, and I'll show you here. I split the manifold. In other words, where they'd Y into one, I left them two, and I brought the two pipes simultaneously, or Siamese them, back underneath the middle of the car. So they used to Siamese up here in the front, and I lengthened basically the secondary pipe a good 3, 4, 5 feet. And what that does, that really increases the torque. I've seen a couple factory headers for these things, and they all Y them right there underneath the middle of the car. So that's about where you'd sit in the car. And then it goes into a resonator, a 2-inch resonator, MagnaFlow, which is 24 inches long. And then up around the side where the muffler used to reside, the factory one would be right in this area. It's super tiny. It's really hard to find something. So I have now took a turbo muffler, the smallest one I could find, and I have wedged it in the area where the spare tire normally would be. I don't think I'm ever going to have a spare tire on this car, and I'm getting ready to weld it on. I had it just a tailpipe basically from there, deleting this muffler, and it was too loud. It was just raspy and loud. And once I get this welded on, I'll give you a little sound clip, but it's going to sound pretty good. Anyhow, we're working on this car today. I like to drive it again now that it got brakes. It has permanent plates. It runs and drives. I do have a lowering kit for the rear axle. In other words, longer U-bolts and some blocks. I might lower this rear of the car 2 inches to match the front. I cut the coils a while ago to lower the front. I think I took out 3 coils and I lowered it probably 1 inch or 2, just so it doesn't look so high riding. And then I put in polyurethane bushings. You can see the red bushings there for the sway bar, which is actually a sway bar / radius rod. So this sway bar has polyurethane bushings here in the front, and it keeps the control arms from flapping back and forth. So it's completely polyurethane. Pretty cool. Kind of figured that all out on my own to make it a good driver. So that's what we're doing in the shop today. Today is a Saturday, and everyone is under lockdown. I'm here being safe by myself. My family's doing their thing. Hopefully they're at home being safe, watching movies and learning a lot, being indoors. Stay safe out there, and thanks for watching. We're back in the shop. We're working, and we're having a little fun with microcars. That's what we can do. That's the best we can do. I hope you're well. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video.